at the home of Don and Karen Resler. Thanks for joining me today, Don.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. As I've walked through your landscape, the thing I've noticed is you have a lot of little rooms, little spaces.
Yes, this is a garden of compartments, and each little space has its own identity, its own characteristics and growth patterns, and makes it very interesting to garden down here.
It certainly does.
And in this end, I have an Oakleaf Hydrangea area, some various plantings and trees. My interest is primarily in trees, shrubs, and evergreens, particularly. And so we sort of compartmentalized all the different areas. For example, here's a little fern area, but these rocks, I made the different areas with rocks out of the creek back here behind, which was a creek at that time before the city reconstructed. So I just compartmentalized the different areas, figuring that each little area would have its different vegetation and so forth.
And you also have just different use spaces. There's a little sort of meditation grotto.
Yes, we made a little grotto or meditation area out of the mid portion of the yard.
You have a number of unique evergreens in here.
Evergreens are really my first love. This is a little fir, a little Norfolk fir. It's what I like to do is take things and with the purpose of what will grow and what will survive in Oklahoma. We try to emphasize that a lot in the Master Gardener classes that I'm involved with, and because as you know, the recent climate changes in Oklahoma with drought and heat and ice storms and what have you, you really have to be careful about what will survive. And so I'm working a lot with a TLC nursery here, trying to plant some of these things and get an idea of what will survive.
So what are some of these?
The Serbian spruce here is a nice little example of that. Over here we have the Hinoki and a little holly, the Pagoda holly, which I thought was quite interesting. Gives you an opportunity to do a ground cover around it in front of our wooden angel over here that overlooks the yard. This is a miniature bald cypress, which is new to this area of the country, and it will not get over 4 to 6 feet. And then here is a weeping white pine, which is unusual. It's putting on some nice growth. It seems to like it down here.
It's a very pretty tree.
And I thought it was quite majestic. A plant that was here when we moved into this home, this is one of the larger Mahonias I've seen. It's beautiful. It flowers. It blooms beautifully in the spring, and then has the nice grape configuration to it. But it really, you have to keep it under control because it continues to seem to like it very much down in this yard. Over behind the Mahonia, we have a wedding cake dogwood, which is a variegated dogwood that's new and rather unusual. We have also a black dragon Japanese cedar and rhododendron. This all fitting into this little area because of the shade. This water oak, this cattle maple, that Leland Cypress. So one of the challenges down in this yard is growing things that will survive a shade in a shade environment.
Well, we talked about how you have a little bit of a microclimate down in here.
This is a microclimate. This is a micro environment down here. Things literally, these trees literally doubled in size when the first year I put them in. We put in, wife wanted a fire pit, and it's pleasant to come down here like an evening now, or certainly even in the fall and winter, light a fire and come down here and relax.
I noticed another small garden that you have, the little fairy garden.
Yes, that's my wife's, one of my wife's favorite spots in the garden. It is in a little area where she can show her artistic skills, and it's a lot of fun. We bring a lot of children down here, and actually have had children dressed as fairies for some garden tours that we've had, and it's just one of those areas that's a lot of fun. Yeah. Another interesting specimen is the weeping Faulkner Oklahoma redbud, which is surrounded by a variegated honeysuckle plant, and then something that is not supposed to grow in Oklahoma outdoors, this oleander, which I've seen snow on it with green leaves in the wintertime.
So and that micro habitat
again,
comes
it
into
grows.
play.
Its roots grow out of the wall, so making the upper part of the garden is primarily perennials, roses, double knockout pink, Belinda.
Well, you've also developed the public space next to your house into a new garden.
Yes, there's a lot of interesting specimen evergreens, very nice large Texas weeping redbud, thunderhead pines. Pines are one of my very favorite specimens. My hybrid roses are over there, and it's just a wonderful area to work with.
Well, this whole garden is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for having us
Well, thank
today.
you for coming. I'm honored that you would ask us.